I think really the big debate on Uber is not whether it will be profitable, because I think in the next short number of years it will be. It is whether it's basically an airline or not. And what I mean by that is, is it an elastic good? And will people look for Spirit Airlines versus United versus Southwest? I suspect that they will. And can they provide that equivalent amount of choice in a way where you can make a lot of money? I don't think so. Because the minute that there's excess returns in that market, much like the airlines for the last 50 or 60 years, people will jump in. And unlike airlines, which are expensive, and you still need to be well capitalized to enter as a competitor, Uber, you really don't. And so excess profit dollars are not there for the having. And so, you'll be a duopoly market in America, but I think it's roughly a consumer surplus. I think it's a valuable product, but I think it's high volume, low margin, and it's a low multiple business.
We'll revisit that.
WeWork, I think, is just kind of like you're just waiting for the other shoe to fall, which is the lease obligations and a complete implosion.
For what it's worth, Uber will come back. I think it's a high margin business. I think the rides business will do 25-30% EBITDA margins. I'm also an investor in the airlines. I don't think it's anything like the airlines. They don't own assets. They don't have to replace depreciating planes. You have 2 players, not 10 players. But I do think that when we talk about excess capital leading to weapons of economic destruction, what we saw during this period was Masa was spraying and praying, but rather than an angel investor, he was spraying and praying with $500 million checks. The venture capitalists from Ola to Didi to Lyft, etc., DoorDash, Postmates, Swiggy, Rappi, go around the globe, Meituan, were effectively just engaged in diseconomic activity to drive the top line. That's being wrung out of the system.
Yeah.
And the reason that Uber's EBITDA margins have gone from 8% in rides to 21% to 24% over the last 3 quarters is there's no more excess capital chasing the global rideshare market. That would be an alternative hypothesis.
So, what I'll say is, I think you're probably one of the 3 best next generation tech investors in Silicon Valley. And
that'll get you everywhere.
If I were not investing directly myself, I would come to you and try to beg you to take my money. That's how good I think you are.
Thank you.
You bought the airlines 3 years ago after 50 years of people got their brains bashed in. And so all I was trying to paint the case is, the Uber business or Lyft business, ride sharing in general, I think looks like the airlines in its early days, not the airlines where they are today. And I do agree with you, at some point, there will be a case to be made for owning these businesses. I just don't think it's now or for the near foreseeable future. That's it.